Hi! Hello, hi, how are you? Oh, that was a rush. Wow, I was running really behind there, so sorry we're not bang on five. How are you all? Are you well? Seeing the comments, I get really nervous doing this to be honest. Just because I feel like I'm driving some sort of ship, the Starship Enterprise. Um, let's tell everyone that we're live. Start getting some questions in if you want. I've got the questions like down here, which I can see. I'm seeing people are here. Vlad, hi. Mark, hello. Alamin, hi. The boy, yes. So you guys are all coming in. Hello, hello, hello. Thumb up. Tell me that I'm here. Right. Okay. This is just still a bit of a new world for me on this. Um, hello, watching from East London. Perfect. Right, boys. Here we go. Hi, Robin. Hi, how are you? So, I thought on this one today, also let me know on the sound quality if it's okay. All fine. I thought today I could maybe just go through some like favorite products. I'm well, thank you, Andre. I'm very well. Some sort of like favorite products that I've got at the moment that I'm using. Um, I've been talking about this so much. My hair is so long at the moment. It's really, really long. And I've kind of changed it up with different hair care stuff. So if you've got any questions about that, then we can get into that. I've also got some favorite fragrances at the moment down here. Let me just tell people on Instagram that we are live. Hi, everyone on Instagram stories. Meet everyone on the live. They're all in there. And we are live now. Come and say hi. Okay. How I even get that on, who knows? But okay, I'm seeing lots in here. Hello, denim shirt envy. Yeah, I've got to say, Sam, this is the shirt I constantly wear, um, and it's yeah, I'm a bit of a creature of habit. Um, oh, I'm playing stuff. Oh, Robin. Oh, this technology is too much for me. Right, this is when you need an assistant. Paste. Okay, we're good. Live now. So much fun for you. Okay, so he's done. He's good. He's up. I'm good, thank you. Watching from Glasgow, Peter. Hi, amazing. Hi, I love Glasgow. So, as you're getting these questions in, I am going to just go for it. There's a question there about where the glass is from. I wonder if I still click this, it can come up. There you go. Where are my glasses from? My glasses are from Glasses Direct. I had these for about maybe like 3 years, and I love them. I love them so much because they're so light, and because they're so light, it means the heat isn't really kept around my face. And then when I'm filming, it's just really nice to kind of not have something against my face. So there you go. And then I did some work with those guys, so it's amazing. Bring the fancy moustache back. Today I've done a 4 beard stubble trim on this. I mean, this is patchy, and then I've just gone for a 7 up here. So the kind of stuff that I am like loving at the moment, I'm using a lot of creams. If you're growing your hair at the moment, tell me. Um, I'd like to know because we have been talking a lot about kind of growing out and doing different things with it. Where's my mouse gone? I want to click something here. Um, we've got a question here, which actually I can then just tell you. What's in my hair today? Well, Lucas, I can tell you. So I have been just styling it ever so slightly differently. If you follow me on Instagram, man for himself, then you'll see I quite often put stuff up. But I've just gone with my classic today. I always use this. It's just so simple. Bumble and Bumble Tonic Primer. It's not the cheapest, but it lasts for ages. Topped up with a bit of sea salt spray. I've been using the Evil one, Salty Dog. It's good. Also this one. But actually, still like the Tony and Guy one. I know so many of you guys have used that off my recommendation. It is still really good, and I really like it. Layer it up, bit of texture. That's me crunching. And then I styled with what have I styled with? Yes, I have, of course. The Northern Lights. Sorry, yes, Northern Lights matte paste sheer revival. Are we focusing? No, we're not. Style it out. I used a lot of this. I used this one and Sheer Revival Grey Ghost, which is more like a cream. I used those kind of maybe like a year ago and loved them and then kind of stopped using it, but I've kind of just been reminded that I do absolutely love them. So I've just done a bit of that like into this, just to give it a little bit more texture, which is quite good because it just means it's still got a bit of movement, but it's got this really great hold, which I absolutely love. I've got no idea how many people are here and if anyone actually is here, but we're gonna go. Right, here we go. Oh, all the compliments coming in. Spencer, thank you. Says I look stunning as always. There's a bit going on here, to be honest. See if there's any questions about this stuff, and we can kind of go into this. Let me press this questions thing, and as if by magic. Okay. Anthony, hi Anthony. Anthony's asking the best hair product for a slick look. Okay, so you've got a few options for a slick look. You can use it. You could do it in the finishing, which would be a shine spray, which literally would just go over whatever product you want. Or, which actually is probably a bit better, you can do it in the styling. I'm not a huge fan of oil-based products, just because I don't like the way that they make my hair feel. I also find that they tend to coat the scalp. And when you're coating the scalp, it's not the best. I mean, this is really like if you're using it and not washing it away. But I do, like actually, for going quite slick, the Grey Ghost, actually talking about that, is really very good. Just because it's such a light cream. Let's get you there. Such a light cream. And you can just warm that up into the hands and just smooth through. But as I say with all things, Anthony, it's all in the layering. And if you're going to use a really heavy sort of oil, shine, this smells amazing, shiny product, then you're really going to weigh the hair down. So just scoop a tiny bit, straight through, work through, and then maybe start repeating it again and again. The other one, which I kind of actually have been going to quite a lot, is Crop Structures by Evo, Australian hair care brand. The Casual Act one is also very good. This is a whip, so actually it's more like a cream. You can see there, it really is, doesn't smell great. It really is very creamy. Or the molding cream. You guys had been asking if I will be doing a review of the molding cream. This is the molding cream here by Moroccanol. I really do like it actually. I think it's very good. Moroccanol seem to be creating some amazing products. You can see there, this is kind of one I've been sort of doing this sort of more tousled style with these longer sort of bits. This is insanely long at the moment. It's actually just unkept. I had a little trim today just with clippers just onto here just to pull this back slightly. But I'm kind of enjoying it. I am kind of enjoying it. Who have we got here? We have got Michael. Hi, Michael. Boss, hi. Can you discuss your favorite night creams and specific ingredients to look for? Yes, I can. So I have really changed my nighttime routine. I think especially with this lockdown and this lockdown period, I've had a bit more of like an excuse to stay in. I mean, I've had to stay in, but it's actually been really enjoyable, just kind of getting to grips with stuff. One set, and this is not cheap. Do not worry, I'll give you some cheaper alternatives. This is just under there because I just did a review for it, A Man for Himself. This is the Prevage. This is a treatment by Elizabeth Arden. This is a chemical skin peel. Now that might seem like it's a little bit extreme, but really there's 4 steps to this. I've got little vials here. 4 steps, 4 phases. You get the little, this sort of solution separate. You break it into here, and then you just use these pipettes. But essentially what you're doing is resurfacing the skin. From week 1 to 2, do you know what? I can show you this for sure. I have this on manfromself.com. If you're watching and this is not live anymore, then you're late. But also I will be able to share some of this with you. Let's find this Prevage because I think you will really like this. And then I can show you some other ones. Technology, please work. There we are. Gorgeous. So if you go on manfromself.com, you'll be able to see all these products. But if you go into skincare, you're going to see this product. Please be here. Yes, here we go. Elizabeth Arden Prevage Progressive Renewal Treatment. Now, I said to you there, this is expensive, okay? But stick with me here. Let's get my face back on if I can. Am I there? Yes, I am. Okay. You'll be able to see the before. So my skin, I think, sort of is the texture isn't so smooth. Then sort of getting into the week 1, this is where I sort of found that my skin was really starting to sort of smooth out slightly, especially around the eyes. Then into week 2, God, I've got really full facial hair there, don't I? Week 2 was when it started to really brighten. And then I've got week 3 there, and then week 4 is still to go up. But I've really enjoyed using this, and if you are a guy that wants to spend, I'm really sorry, this is pricey. Like, this is spenny, £180, but it's lasted me 6 weeks. We're going to get off that now. But I've really, really enjoyed using it, and I've honestly noticed such a great thing about my skin. The other thing, which again, not the cheapest, but I don't like to suggest you stuff just because it's cheap. I really want you guys to see results, and you could be spending lots and lots and lots of money on stuff which is just not delivering. The Luna oil by Sunday Riley is amazing, and I've been using this now that that's finished. A couple of drops of this onto the skin at night. You can see it's blue. I do have sort of blue pillowcases at the moment, but this has got retinol in it, so really it is about, again, resurfacing that skin, fine lines, wrinkles, and this is how, when you're 32, you can look like this. I'm actually really pleased with my skin at the moment, so I do have to kind of say that a lot of these creams. But again, if you want to use something that could be cheaper, there's still some great brands and products out there. Bulldog, such a flag waver for them. I think they do some really great ones. At night, I would tend to go for a thicker sort of cream just to really help that skin. During the day, I go really light. So I go something more like a gel consistency and something that's not going to sit heavy. So there you go. Really going into that there. You're growing it out. Try Monster. Stick with it. Daryl, you get your hair cut every 6 to 8 weeks. Here we go. Alamin. Hi, how are you? What a great name. I'm 6.1 feet tall, 6'1". Where should I apply my fragrance for max performance? So it doesn't really matter how tall you are about where you put your fragrance. But if you put fragrance where you have, where the heat from your body comes from, these really are sort of like the pulse points, generally in behind your ear. I'm not actually wearing a fragrance today, so we can pick one. I'm going to go, let's go, do you know what? One I actually have been quite enjoying at the moment, Rose Prick by Tom Ford. Don't be deceived by the rose. To me, this is more sweet and caramel. I absolutely love it. 3 types of rose in this. It's also a caramel base. Sounds good enough to eat, and it smells amazing. So when you're spraying a lemon, if you spray onto your wrists, 1 there, maybe 3, depending how sort of how decadent you're feeling. 1 there, behind the ear. That also means when whoever is having a little sniff and getting in around you, they can enjoy that. And people say behind the knee, but that's more like old school when women tended to wear skirts. I mean, wear what you want. If you're a guy and you wear a skirt, go wild and just wear it. But yeah, behind the ear. And that's kind of, it wafts off. Try not to get it in your hair because a lot of fragrances have alcohol in it. Alcohol in your hair is not so great. So 6'1", 5'2", 4 foot nothing. Those are sort of your key places. One thing I always say, and this is a bit of an urban myth sort of thing. You see a lot of people sort of doing that. Don't do that. People say it tends to crush the fragrance, but really what you're doing is you're warming it up, so it's going to evaporate faster. So try not to do that. Let your body do that heat and let your body really sort of give it off. Top tips there. What's this? Amir, hi. What's the worst hair product you've tried? Oh gosh. Oh, I'm wearing shorts. Look. God, you guys know I'm a bit of a savage when it comes to stuff like this, don't you? The worst hair product. Let me have a little look. There's been some really bad ones. I think there was one that was sent to me called cocaine clay, and that was really awful. It just arrived and it was like thick. There's been some products which have been disappointing. You can see on here, if you go back onto the products pages, one thing that we're doing here is, let's go into hair care, right? So go into the section that you want, and from there, if you do the rating, there's top rated, and then you can also go, okay, so if we go in here, some of my top rated products. So let's just maybe go to like the last page. Oh, lethal. Oops. I mean, it's not awful, but I really didn't like the product. Da Wax, I thought was pretty shit. But how's that there? Has this gone wrong? So that is one of my favorites. But you can sort of see on here. I think more so in kind of what products are good and what products are bad is more in the expectation. And you guys know I did that sort of overhyped. And within that, there was a lot of products which, where's my water? Which people would shout about and say, this is amazing, try this, it's great. But often we're really seduced by the marketing or the people behind it. YouTube creators are masters of marketing their own products. And some of those products are great. And some of those products really are amazing. And they put their heart and their soul into it. Other products aren't worth the money at all. So there you go, Amir. But yeah, there's been some crappy ones in my time. Where are we? Oh gosh, he's lost his screen. Where's my mouse gone? Oh god. Let's get you another question. But yeah, I would say it tends to be like products that you think are going to be amazing and then just really aren't. I should have really set this computer up better. Okay. Scott. Hi, Scott. You mentioned some fragrance brands you wanted to explore this year, like PDM, Parfums de Marley. Any niche houses you stumbled across? Great question. To be honest, Scott, so we are into, what are we now? End of May. We've kind of been doing this whole lockdown situ since like March. I started working purely from home March the 16th. And that whole start of the year, long story short, no. I really did want to get into them, but I'm still sort of searching for it. There have been brands that I haven't heard of that have contacted me and said, we'd love to send you this stuff. I quite often get stuff sent in. But yeah, Scott, it's one thing that's really that I want to try. I would say if you or anyone else has any sort of suggestions for fragrances or brands that you'd love me to try, then please do let me know. I think that'd be really, really helpful. Wow, 129 comments. You guys are amazing. How many people are watching? I think, is it 31? I can't see. Doesn't tell me. So if anyone can tell me, that would be amazing. Wow. Okay, what else have we got here? Will you be doing, here we go, Joe question. Hi, Joe. Will you be doing any lives on Insta? Yes. I did a live on Tuesday with my friend Lisa Potter Dixon, who is a makeup artist, and she's fantastic. We had like a chat about really about men's skincare and about hair care and cutting your hair at home, and that was really, really great. So if you're not following Man for Himself on Instagram, come and follow. Also, Man for Hair is the brand new one, purely just hair to go alongside the hair directory. Thank you. I'm seeing these comments about how many people are here. That's really, really helpful. Hi, Dylan. Dylan, I see you all the time. It's so nice. Faraz, I also see you. Daryl, it's nice to see you guys because you keep me company. Who else got? Cameron. Hi, Cameron. Do you have any advice for what to do with your hair when growing it out from a buzz cut? Yes. Stick with it. It's really, really tough when you're growing your hair out. You're going to have all those awkward stages. And when you think you're through an awkward stage, it's going to come back. I said, and I stupidly told you all in a video, oh, I'm through the awkward stage. It's amazing. I feel really good about my hair. And then woke up on Monday and was like, what is this? But I'm working with it. But yeah, I would say try and get through that awkward stage. Have regular trims. It doesn't matter if you're going from long to even longer, or you're going from super short to not so short. Regular trims around the ear, down onto the neckline. Keep it tapered, keep it neat. That's just going to ensure that the hair is going to be allowed to grow and you're not going to lose the shape of the hair. But at the moment, if your barbershops are still shut, like us here, just, if you can, just go with it. Who have we got here? Mubasir Buyan. Sorry. MB. What is the best hair product for messy texture hairstyle? Oof. I love that question. I'm really into like messy texture, big volume. In the pre-styling, get a sea salt spray into your routine. If your hair feels crispy, it feels overly dry, stop using it. But if you can work it into like your volumizing spray or your thickening tonic or your heat protectant for a hairdryer, get it in, crisp it up slightly in your hands, either leave it to dry or then go on to your next product. And products for texture, stick with a clay or a paste. You want something quite dry, nothing oily, nothing like a gel. I hate gels anyway. But you want something that has got this sort of dry feeling, almost a little bit tacky, and that's going to really build in the texture. And this is great actually for texture. You can see there, but actually it's got all this piecey texture, and it's just the way that you're really going to play with it and let it sit. I love this. This is Northern Lights by Sheer Revival. Of the other one, which is really good, and I always come back to these. I feel a bit of a fake and a fraud for always coming back to the same product, but it's because I love them. Kevin Murphy Rough Rider, really great for texture, so full of texture. It also smells not so bad. Not so bad. It is oil based, but it's great. I would say, however, slightly harder to remove from your hair. So if you are changing your hairstyle often, it's going to be more difficult. Hi to everyone else that's just come in. You're late. Where have you been? No, but it's nice to have you. Who else have we got? I like the thumbs coming in. It means I know you're here. Can I thumb my own video? Can I? I just did. I put it up to 35, 36. Who do we have here? Lucas. Did we just have you? Amazing, anyway. Do you like hair products that are based on kaolin, such as VO5 clay? So there's two types of kaolin, really. There's kaolin and there's bentonite. One tends to swell the hair more. Kaolin, I really want to say kaolin. Yes. And so that is better for sort of more fine to thin hair because it's really going to wrap the hair and boost it. You'll get kaolin or bentonite in most sort of clays. Pretty sure Rough Rider has one of them. It's got diatomaceous earth, which is a type of clay. It's also got, I mean, don't say something unless you know it's in there. I don't think it is. Moroccan oil texture clay definitely does. But yeah, I like kaolin. It tends to be with the sort of more drugstore ones like VO5, Shockwaves, who else? Fish. Fish is still sort of drugstore, but makes really amazing products. It tends to be the sort of formulations and the stuff that's put in it, more preservatives. But actually, guys, if it's a budget thing, these products still really do work, and they're a great sort of training ground for you in terms of what products you like and how to use a clay or how to use a cream. So yeah, I like them, and I think they actually really do work. So go wild. Amazing! Look at all those thumbs. That's like a little bit of an ego boost. Sorry, that's pretty sad, but it also means that you guys like things. Danish, Cristiano. How do you get rid of flyaways and frizzy hair? Okay, so there's two things in that. Flyaways to me are when you finished styling your hair and you have bits that are just kind of like hanging a bit, or you kind of got like baby hairs. What you can do is take a little bit more product, whatever you've been using, like the tiniest bit. Is it Danish or Danish? I like that name though. So you can just take a little bit more product, get it into your hands, and what you can do is just sweep and take those off. What you're going to do is you're going to use the stickiness of the product. It's going to stick the hair, and you can allow it to place again. That for me is more like flyaways. The other good thing is get a hairspray. This is the new limited edition one from Got to Be for Pride. Spray onto your hands, and again do the same thing. This is like if you guys have been following for a while. Shout out to the OGs. You can just do that, just sweep, and it's again. Don't be putting your hands through. You're not looking to style with this. It's just really to place. And then the other part of that question, frizzy hair. So I would say frizzy hair really is at the start before you're styling it. So you have a problem, which is frizz. So you can tame it with solutions and treatments. So you could have like a shampoo, a different kind of shampoo, a conditioner to try and tame that. You kind of are wanting to soften the hair. Frizz tends to be because it's quite dry. So you want something to really hydrate it. And in hydrating the hair, it's going to allow it to lay a bit better. And then when you do that, you can then move on to the flyaways. So I hope that helps. Here we go. Abbas, Canada. Abbas, you are asking best haircut for wavy hair. Good question. Best haircut for wavy hair. So you will have seen in the video that I put up on Wednesday, the hairstyle directory is fully in force. So the hairstyle directory is this bad boy here. Let's get you a bit bigger. Is that better for you? Yes. So if you go down here, if you have a look here, you'll be able to see wavy for hair texture. Pop in here, and I think we've got like 3 or 4. Oh, amazing, we've got more. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 10 styles in here. So you can see if you've got long hair, like the Timothy Chalamet, You might even have sort of shorter hair. I mean, this guy here, we had in the studio with Matt, and he cut his hair, but he did have naturally wavy hair. So going in, you can see that actually, let's take you back a minute. It's really possible for you to try different hairstyles. It doesn't have to be something really short or really long. Even with a Henry sort of Cavill, Henry Cavill is receding. You can see there on the temples, the recession points. He is starting to lose his hair. It's also slightly weaker there on the crown. But sorry, going back in here. Oh, pin it. Why not? Here we go. You'll be able to see, so it was Ed, and then we had Matthew. If you go in here, I've lost your comment, Abbas. There you are. There you are. If you go in here, you'll be able to quickly have a look and see what to ask your barber. Softer edges, plenty of texture. Then a video tutorial will really help you. And then the how-to, which is basically how to style at home. But there's not just one way for doing things. There's lots of different ways. And if you have thinning hair, if you've got really thick hair, then you'll be able to see all of this on here. I'm also fully aware that I'm a certain type of guy with certain types of hair, but I want to really be representative of all of you. So if you're not seeing yourself represented on the site there, then let me know, because I'd love to get you on there too. Okay, this is where I'll go wrong again. You're back. Hi. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Abbas. Let me know if it wasn't. Who have we got here? Forever King. Are you going to grow your hair longer, or do you want your old hairstyle back? I've been forced to have this, so I'm going with it for now. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's such a like, well, do you like it, Robin? I actually do quite like it. The back is a mess. I have a friend who's a hairdresser, and we met for a socially distanced 2 meter like cocktail in the park. And he was like, when we're out of this, I'm going to sort that back bit for you. Because it's an utter mess, but I like it. Who else we got here? Matthew. Hi, Matthew. How are you? Robin, what's in your liquor cabinet? Like, what brands do you like? Really good question. My booze cabinet is across there. I also have, I wonder if I can do this actually. Let me see if I can change camera. Can I do this? Yes. Okay. If I turn this ever so slightly, you can see there, right there. That's where I keep a lot of my booze in the kitchen. And I have a lot. But I love, let's put you back here. I absolutely love whiskey. I like a smoky whiskey. Like think of like an Isla, sort of peaty Scotch, gorgeous. I like a sort of something that's going to give you a bit of a burning sensation. I want to know I'm drinking it. But I also love an Aperol Spritz. So Aperol, Prosecco, and soda with a big chunk of orange. A Negroni, you cannot go wrong. I absolutely love it. I could go on forever. When I eventually have my own flat, this is rented, I want to have like a bar. I think it'll be amazing. I just love good drinks. I love good drinks and I love entertaining. So there you go. Okay. You have the face of a Greek god. Thanks, Michael. 100% not true, but I'm fine with it. Oh, lots of things here. Mark. Hi, Mark. Hi, Robin. I love the Dunhill icon. Absolutely recommended. Are the other Dunhills worth a go? Ooh, really good question. Okay, so Dunhill, did I bring it through? No. Dunhill Icon Absolute is one of my ultimate favorite fragrances. It's one of the fragrances that I've had the most compliments on. I'll see if I can find it as I'm chatting to you. It is so beautiful. If you can think of a fragrance as being gold, like what does gold smell like to you? It smells decadent. It smells deep. It smells rich. It is so, so beautiful. And I think, sorry, I'm just trying to find this as I chat. I think it's literally one of the sexiest fragrances. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a 5 star. Here we go. It's a 5-star for me, and I feature it so often. Here we go. Dunhill Icon Absolute. So you didn't really ask about that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. 5-star from you guys, 5-star from me. It is so good. But if you go here, let's see if we've got any other Dunhills on here. Ah, yes, I do. Just like magic. So this is Dunhill Icon Racing, which was the most recent ones of the icons. So Dunhill Icon is the silver one, which was the first one, which I have, and I've had about 3 of them. I think it's more citrusy. I'm pretty sure it's quite heavy on bergamot, but I find it really easy to wear, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. But I'm such a statement fragrance wearer that actually the Icon Absolute worked better for me, and I thought it was beautiful. Question for you guys. When I'm sharing my screen, can you still see me on here? Does it still show? Something that I should probably know about these things. Let me know in the comments, and then I can sort of tell. But these ones are also really very good. So these were launched, I think there was about 5 of them that came in. About 5 products, 5 fragrances, and yes, Daryl, thank you. Jeff, thank you. Yes, yes, Fletcher, thank you. Joy, yes. Always so helpful. Thank God for you. But these ones, which are the up there, the British leather is so leathery. If you like a leather fragrance, this is really pretty heavy. The Indian sandalwood. So sandalwood to me is a really warming wood. I think it's very easy to wear. I think it combines really well. And did I like this? Yes, so I gave it a 5-star. It has been so long since I've had this. Sparkling citrus on top with warming woody notes at the base. I think they really are very good. Dunhill, I think, is one of those brands that doesn't get enough hype, but they're fantastic. We've got a question which I want to answer. Let me do this one. John. Hi, John. John, you were asking, Robin, if you were to create a product, what would it be? So there's several things that I would love to do. Quite often asked this by you guys, and I always say the same thing, which is I wouldn't want to rush something. So about maybe 4 years ago, I had a meeting with a company and spoke about a hair product. And it was kind of, I was doing this, I was enjoying this, but I was probably going to be doing it for the wrong reasons, to kind of just create something because other people were. And that's not the way to do it. To create a product, I think you need to bring value. And I think you also need to have a purpose. And that purpose needs to be clear. It's not just about making money, which a lot of YouTubers are currently doing. That's not shade. That's a full-on diss from me. And I think it's really important for you guys and for me to ensure that that's made clear and that we always do things the right thing. However, if I was to make a product, I'd love a fragrance. Just because I think fragrance is such a connector of people. Such a wank, like, American thing to say, isn't it? But I think it's so evocative. It's so... fragrance really does, like, sell an experience or a time. And it's just like over the past few years, have just really enjoyed getting into fragrance. I would still like to do something in hair care. I'm really passionate about, like, producing products and reviewing products which really do deliver for us as men. And like thickening treatments and products for scalp health, I think are so important, because really it's like it's our crowning glory. And if we can feel good about our hair, I think it actually works into the rest of our life. So there you go. A bit of a ramble there, wasn't it? Certainly was, Robin. Anton, hello. Robin, Penhaligons. Yes, Anton, Penhaligons. I've got 2 here, do I? No, I've got more than that. I have this one, the Blazing Mr. Sam, which is I was always kind of put off by these portraits. So this is from the Portraits collection. Portraits collection is this sort of like fake English, very English family, which are all animals, because that would happen in real life. And I always thought it was just a bit naff having this, but these fragrances are amazing. Also, Penhaligons, I think, is a gorgeous brand. Oh, so good. This one has got, I'm sure it's like bourbon or it's like whiskey. It's quite boozy. And for me, it's kind of like the kind of thing you want to wear with a smoking jacket and sit and have a cigar, and you want to have a whiskey. It's so beautiful. It's also quite sweet. It's a little, it's vanilla. It's a little bit Tobacco Vanille, if you know Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. But I think it's less of a statement, because Tobacco Vanille isn't like it's iconic, really. But this is really very good. Another one by such an itchy nose. Oh, sorry, sorry. Whoa, it's gonna sneeze. Oh, Cairo is amazing. This is part of their trade routes. So they do, is it trade routes? Yes, they do trade routes, which really kind of heralds back to the Great British Empire, where they basically just took land that wasn't theirs. And they also started trading, which was the good thing. And part of that was in herbs and spices and tea and crap like that. But this is amazing. This is supposed to smell like basically if you were in Egypt. It does have like a slightly sort of dusty vibe. Oh, I'm really gonna sneeze. Oh, stop doing this. I'm so sorry. Oh, ah, oh. But it's good. Oh, let's move on from fragrance. That is too much for me right now. I'm so sorry. Keep it professional. Nama Dudu. What about morning wood? Well, we've been in lockdown since March the 16th. So my own morning wood, yeah, fine, but I've not seen or tried any other for quite a while. So there you go. How to thicken fine hair. So, great question from the boy. For me, it's really hot in here. For me, fine hair. So you've got fine hair, thin hair, medium hair, thick hair. Fine hair is the texture, which is what I've got. So really, you've got loads of it, generally. Or you might have quite thin hair and fine hair. But fine hair is kind of really flyaway. So what you're wanting to do in this is you're wanting to add a bit more weight to it. You're wanting to add volume and body to it. So it's all in the pre-styling. Pre-styling is your way. Some favorites: Kevin Murphy Antigravity. This is the spray. It smells like lavender. It's really good. This will help to plump it straight from the roots. There's also an anti-gravity volumizer cream, which is slightly more smoothing for the hair, but again will wrap that hair. Nioxin is a fantastic brand, not just for thinning hair, but for fine hair. They've got one called Dia Boost. Honestly, I would try that if you can. Again, on manfromself.com in the product sections, it's all there. And then into product choice, avoid anything oil-based. Avoid anything that's going to clump the hair because then you're going to see into the scalp. Avoid gels. I just don't think they're great for us guys. Clays, pastes, putties, and creams to a certain extent are going to be the best. Mayday Apocalypse. Why did you lose the... I've lost the moustache. Where is it? Why did you lose the moustache? Or you could be, why did you lose the moustache? I lost the moustache because actually I did it in 2018. November 2018, I lost the handlebar. I actually did it for charity. I did it for November. So I shaved it off and raised some money for a fantastic cause. And then afterwards, I was just like, well, I'm not that fussed. I loved having it, but it became a real defining point of me. And as a single man... going out, and it was like a real moment of it was becoming a bit of a barrier to life, and like small children would stare at you on the tube. I just kind of got over it, to be honest. Would I go back to it? You didn't ask, but potentially, yeah. This chair is not the one. Who else we got here? Great questions, by the way. I mean, I sound like I'm surprised, but what else we got here? Tom L. Hey. I want to do a Nita pomp with a matte natural finish. What products do I use? Clays, mattes, pastes, mattes, pomades. Okay, so key thing for a good pomp is you need length and you need some weight on the sides. If you want to do... So there's like a modern day pomp, which all boys on YouTube have done. I've done it. And it's all about sort of creating this volume. You really need to turn to the side. And it's about creating this volume, which is then placed back, and it's really very smooth. Unlike a quiff, which is more like, it's pushy. But with a pomp, it's more like this. So you actually want something quite smoothing. So a cream pomade would work. Also, a matte paste to a certain extent, but you do want something that's going to be quite smooth in the hair. Also, something with a high hold is going to really work. But again, get it on a t-shirt. It's all in the layering, especially with a pomp. If you put all that product in, the hair is going to go. Meow. You want to work it in, and then start with your hands. Then get a comb and take it through with a comb. But just thinking, I've got any products here which might work with that. The moulding cream actually wouldn't be too bad on it because actually you really can mould with it. So that actually could be quite good. But I'd probably go something like the Grey Ghost by Sheer Revival. Sheer Revival will be pretty good for that. But yeah. Libertarian capitalist. Robin, how do you feel like the Patrick Bateman morning routine? I love it. I go wild for it. That's from the film Psycho. Really uncomfortable. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's not real, is it? Chris Moore. More. What products do you suggest to hide blemishes on the face? So prevention is better than cause, cure. So if you can sort of work with trying to remove the blemish before it's there, great. But covering blemishes, there are so many products out there and it's actually quite exciting to try. So one key thing to think about this, Chris, is so your blemish will tend to be like a red color. So in order to counteract the red, you want to go to the opposite side of the color wheel, which is green. So you get sort of spot correctors, which are a green sort of color. Stick that onto the spot. Oh, you've got a spot there, Robin. Stick that onto the spot and just dab. There's other products which are like concealer products. You don't need to get a men's one. You get a liquid a liquid sort of like concealer. I'd avoid that, especially if you've got facial hair. It's going to become really clumpy. But you can get something a little bit more like a stick. The Menergy one I think is really very good. There's like a Dior one if you want to spend stupid money on a bit of makeup, don't do it. And then just dab it on. But you can get them for different skin tones. But there's cheap ones at like £2 and it's like a green stick. That'll just take the sort of the heat off it. Who else we got? Ooh, what a question. Robin, do you see yourself having children in the future? I think that's a question for another day. I don't know really. I mean, I'm 100% single. I feel like having a child by myself in London would be one, expensive and two, stupid. Because I go out quite a lot. So if I stopped going out and I had time for a child, yeah, perhaps. Get off this question quickly. Let's go to this one. Ha. Cool. Next one. Oh God. All the same questions coming up. Push the next button. Here we go. Jaffizd. Would you recommend charcoal face washes for people with scars? So, be careful. If you've got scars on your skin, just be careful with things. I would say if you've got real issues with skin and you go and see an expert, like go and see a dermatologist, go and see your doctor first. Your doctor should be able to put you in touch with someone. I'm just a guy on the internet who uses a lot of products and kind of knows what he likes and then shares it with you guys. But charcoal face washes, so charcoal can tend to dry out the skin. And charcoal is basically drawing out a lot of the excess oil in your skin. So at times when I've had really oily skin, I've especially used it on the T-zone. You can multi-mask, so you can use something a bit lighter on the cheeks, which tends, if you've got combination skin, tends to be quite dry. And then oily T-zone. Leave it for a bit and then wash it off. But like scars and stuff, I don't have the knowledge on, so I'm not the right guy to ask. But I'd say just be careful with your skin, please. Mustafa Haider. Hello, how are you? You're asking, can I continue to use sea salt sprays while at home? Yes, of course you can. Let's see if we can find you some, Mustafa. Sea salt spray. It's only when I actually use the site like this that I realized that it could be easier. If you ever have suggestions for me, or you like what I'm doing, or you hate it, let me know, please, because it really does help. This product, Mustafa, I don't know where you're based, Mustafa, so I'm sorry if this is not available for you. I'm just going to click off your thing there so we can see. Tony and Guy do a really great sea salt spray, and it's a couple of pounds, £5 there, but you get them cheaper. Try Superdrug, try Boots, Amazon, as long as it's like the real deal. Really very good. But let's go in here. Fudge Urban is actually really good. So Fudge Urban is a drugstore sort of price. It might be up to like £8, I think, maybe not more. £5, bargain. There's an Amazon link there. Affiliate links, full disclosure. Sasha Wan is more expensive, Mustafa, but I love it. I think it's really one of the best. That's a texture tonic. That's one we just seen. And then Evo, again, is a bit expensive, but really very good. So I would like give those a shot if you can. But yeah, the question about like, can I use it while at home? Yes, yes, you can. You don't have to be going out somewhere. But yeah, do it. Henry Arnold. Hi, Henry. Favorite SPF moisturizer. So, two things in that. An SPF in a moisturizer you can do, or you can go separate. As long as you're kind of using an SPF, I think it's all good. But favorite one at the moment is here. Murad Oil and Pore Mattifier SPF PA+++++, broad spectrum, which means it protects against UVA and UVB. It still stinks of fragrance in here, and I feel a bit sick. Sorry, Henry. 2 secs. This is great, and actually, if you do have slightly oilier skin, it's amazing. It's not hugely cheap, but it's not hugely expensive. I used to have the SPF 15 one of this. I featured in a couple of videos. The 45 is just going to give you that extra protection. Elizabeth Arden, I've got the Grey Tate SPF 30. SPF 35, PA+++. Really very light. This is the kind of thing I would just whack on before I go out. But actually, it's really very good. Who else is good? Let me show you. For sort of like separate SPFs, I think if you can use a separate SPF, then go for it. This one, La Roche-Posay SPF 50, is great. La Roche-Posay is a French pharmacy brand, and I always thought this was really expensive when I received this. I went to a launch and I was like, oh, this is going to be super expensive. It's not. It's really cheap. It's like, I say really cheap, and then we're going to check in. It's going to be expensive. It's not. I think it's like a £5, but it's so light and it's full coverage and it's really going to protect you. So there you go, Henry. Does that help? Does that help? I hope so. The boy, it's you again. Hi, Robin. What's your thoughts on Hands to Foucault Gravity Paste? I like it. I really do like it. I used it in 2014. I think that's when it launched. And I really enjoyed using it. The whole thing about it being like anti-gravity, so basically huge volume, I wasn't so much into, but the hold I thought was really very good. I think Hands de Foucault actually do create some amazing products, and they were one of the first sort of brands which contacted me and sent me products, and I thought it was amazing, and I thought, I've made it. But yeah, some really good ones in there. Claymation, I think, is still an absolute favourite. I think it's still really very good. Sam Howard. Hi, Sam. Who is your current and who do you believe maybe your future style icons? Find questions like this really hard. I once went for a job interview at H&M in 2006. No, I went to university. Yeah, 2006, second year of university. And I didn't get the job. But they asked me in this like tiny broom cupboard who my style icon was, and I froze. Because I don't really do icons, and I don't really follow people, and I don't hugely believe in the whole celeb thing. But people who I think dress well tend to have stylists. Harry Styles, I just kind of want his wardrobe. I love his whole Gucci thing going on. I think he looks cool, but that's more in him. Jared Leto also looks pretty cool. But future style icons, I like classic style. Like I think there's nothing better than just a great shirt and like a high-waisted trouser. I'm big on that. Who else we got? the fragrance writer. Hi, how are you? We were chatting on Instagram, and yeah, we spoke about Tigar. So I don't have it here, but it's Bulgari. It's amazing. So if you've not tried that product, it's really very good. They're not the cheapest, but they are amazing. So I'm glad you've enjoyed that. I'm seeing the same questions over and over again. Here we go. Tim Holland. Hi, Tim. Tim, that picture, you just look like you're on some tropical island. I wish I was there instead of being stuck here. Although I'm stuck here with you guys, so things could be worse. Hi, Robin. Evo have many pre-stylists. Which ones are the best? You're testing me. Right. Evo has got an amazing mousse. Pretty sure I've got that one here. Thank God for my website being able to help me out and stuff like this. Yeah, I've got it here. Here we go. This one here, MacGyver. It's styling, but I also see, especially for us guys with kind of shorter hair, I see a mousse as more of a pre-styler. This is such a fantastic mousse. It just goes in so thick, so full, and it gets 5 stars from me. It's just really very. Do I have a video on this? I used it in there. There you go. But I absolutely love it. I think they're kind of a fairly new brand to me, but I think they do really great stuff. Also their sort of ethos and their brands to be in brand sustainability is really like on point. So if you've not tried Evo, it's pricey, but it's good. What else have we got in here? Are you guys getting bored of me yet? How long have we done? We've done 51 minutes. I'm still enjoying it as long as you are too, so that is good. What else we got here? Here we go. Leon. Hi, Leon. Hey, Robin, what hairstyles would suit a widow's peak? I have an oval face, so fringes really don't work, and I'm lost. Okay, so a widow's peak. I discussed this in a video. If you've not seen that video, then please do check it out. So I spoke about recession points, and I spoke about a widow's peak. A widow's peak really is when you get this almost like, I think of it as like a little vampire sort of thing. You get this V. I think guys with widow's peaks, when they've sort of shaved their hair or got it really super short, works. But actually also having some more weight and then just like working with it all to one side. Because what you can do, so imagine my hair is coming down here. If you grow it out a bit, you can take the hair from here and pull it across, and it's going to cover that bit here, or vice versa across the other way. I think with a widow's peak, it's all about just finding kind of what works for you. I'm really copping out of this question. But you have an oval face shape. So an oval face shape tends to be slightly longer than it is wide. So you don't want anything which is going to add too much on top, because that's going to pull your proportions out slightly. So if you maybe you could have the length, but pull it across the side ever so slightly. Or maybe even back on itself and side. If you're going to go huge volume, then you're going to just really pull on that face. I hope that helps you, Leon. Honestly, this flat stinks of fragrance. Let me push this button. I wish you guys could see what it's like. It literally is. It's quite amazing actually seeing all this coming in. Here we got here. Bradley Corby. Hi, Bradley. Hi, Robin. What are some of your favourite shower gels? By the way, I love your content. Thank you. Favourite shower gels? I think in this lockdown period, I've really enjoyed showering even more. It feels like the only time that I'm not either at my desk, watching the news, hearing the news on the radio, and that shower moment, I have no music on. I just literally like stand there, and I do like a hair treatment, or like I have a cleanse session. But favorite shower gels, it's a couple. Goop, which is Gwyneth Paltrow's brand. Don't laugh. Has an amazing ginger one. It is so good. So expensive, but so good. Kores, which is from Athens. We spoke about that last time, and someone was like, "It's from Athens." They have an amazing one called Fig. The fig smell is amazing. These are really highly concentrated shower gels. So you really only need the tiniest bit, and then it sits so heavily on the skin. And Bulldog, I go on about them. I'm going on about them again. Their shower gels are insanely good, and they come large. There is a pepper and vetiver one, I want to say. There's also a eucalyptus one or a minty one. I think they've got 4, and they might be on the site actually, so check them out. They're so good and so cheap. I think they're fantastic and actually quite thick and full for what they are. Joe Malone has a body oil, honestly. Bradley, if you've got some extra cash or you want a present for yourself or you want to buy something for a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whoever, and you just want to use it yourself, get that. The Joe Malone body oils are amazing. Abyss, hi Abyss. Please suggest some good frames for spectacles. It depends what you want. So I quite often just get my frames online. Glasses Direct, where these are from. Have worked with Glasses Direct now, but got stuff from them before. Glasses UK, I think were also good. Glasses USA, if you're in the USA, are great. But these frames tend to be quite cheap, actually, for what they are. They've always got deals on. As long as you've got your prescription, go and get an up-to-date prescription, put it in online. You can quite often put a picture of your face on, and then you can try them out, and they're really great. Robert Emery. Hi, Robert. Hello, Robin. Hi, Robert. I was wondering what products you recommend for a man growing out their hair. My hair is around 7 inches or 18 centimeters long. I still don't know how long that is. That, maybe. It's all about just managing it, really, then. If you're growing it out, it's all about managing what you have and taming it. So creams are going to be good. So you want something that's going to keep the shape of it. Maybe a bit like mine, actually. Maybe it's not as long as mine, but just a tiny bit of a creamy product into the hands, work through. You can then do it when the hair is damp and use a hairdryer and a comb or your hands and just start to tame it and place it. Or you could use a pre-styler and work in at volume or sort of thickening. But a cream, something lighter, honestly, I think is probably the best way to go. How are we doing? 5:57. What have we got here? Ratzilla, Bulldog Oil Control Moisturizer, one of my favorites. This one, yes, what are you saying about it? Feels really nice on oily skin, not greasy at all. Yeah, couldn't agree more. If someone's asking about oily skin, I'm sorry, I've not seen that. Yeah, it's great. It looks quite creamy, but actually, it's really easily absorbed into the skin. It's got witch hazel. It's got, what else does it have? Willow bark and juniper. Smells good. Or is it scented? But it does smell, and it smells good. Anyway, it's non-greasy. Thank you for that tip, Ratzilla. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay, Chris, what are you saying? Chris, hi. I've been using Lioxin System 2. So System 1 is for just people that want to thicken. System 2 is slightly more sort of progressive thinning for a few weeks, and a lot of hairs fall out when I wash my hair. Is this normal, and how long should I persevere until I see improvement? So, when the follicles go into a sort of growth phase, so there's anagen, catagen, and telogen. So that's 3 phases of hair growth. Hair can tend to fall out when hair is starting again. If you saw the chat I had with Phil, Phil Amato, like tomato, it's the only way I can remember it. Phil was chatting about when he had his hair transplant, and when basically the hair follicles reactivate the hair follicle. He said that actually some of it started to fall out, and that is a natural thing. So I would say, keep an eye on it. If at all you're worried, if at all you think it's doing something bad for you, stop using it. But Chris, if it's a few weeks, maybe give it one more. But please don't worry too much, but also don't stick with something that's maybe not working so well. How long have we been on? Getting tired, peeps. Getting really tired. Oops. Here we go. Let's do a few more. Forever King, hi again. Do you prefer the Antigravity spray or cream? Is one of them better than the other? So the cream I find more smoothing. So if you find that your hair is maybe lacks volume and maybe also is quite dry, the cream is going to be good. But if it's just the volume you want, then actually, where did I put it? Then actually the Antigravity spray I think is better. It's easier applied. it gets in. I would do this for a quiff, and I would do it for something more texture. I'd use the cream for more like a slick back, a pompadour, or kind of like a side parted hairstyle because it's going to give you a smoother finish. There you go. Punch a wall. Hi. Punch a wall. Which wall? What have we got here? Kajang777. Recommendations for men's makeup, lipstick shades for men besides lip balm. You do actually get sort of like tinted lip balms, which work a treat. I tend not to put anything too much on my lips. Carmex have got a sort of rosy coloured one. Carmex is a fantastic drugstore brand, cheap, but they've got a slightly pinky one. So if you want to give that a shot, it's just going to add a little bit more sort of flushness to your lips and just make them look a little bit more kissable, I'm going to say. Let's do a couple more. I'm really sorry, I'm getting a little tired. Dylan, hi Dylan. Have you tried the Morris Motley Strong Matte Styling Balm? If so, how is it? I don't think I have. So I bought the Morris Motley, the lunar one, Chinese New Year. I bought the lunar one, and then I got a message from the guys at Morris Motley after I put it on a story saying, "Don't use it, we've discontinued it," or it was limited edition, please don't use it. And then they sent me the new stuff, which was the, I think, TSB2. Oh, I can't get my head around it. Honestly, I don't know what they've done with those names, but it was a bad idea. Just keep it simple. So I'm not sure if I've tried it. Someone here will know if I've tried it, because I will have spoken about it. I'm sorry, Dylan. That was probably one of the least helpful things I've ever said. Oh, there's so many good things. Hi Robin, is there anything you think should be left in 2020 men's clothing wise? Coronavirus, could we leave that in 2020? That would be fantastic. Face masks as a result, let's leave them in 2020. Not a huge fashion fan, to be honest. I like what I like and I wear what I like. Keep it. I'm always in a denim shirt. I'm always in blues. I'm always in greys. Like chunky streetwear trainers, not for me. Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Jeff, you look dapper AF in that picture. What's one skill you wish you had but don't? And what's one skill you believe everyone should have? Tolerance. Is that a skill? No, it's more like a virtue. But I think you can learn to be tolerant, and a skill you can learn. The world is lacking tolerance, and that is one thing I think we should all have. What's one skill you wish you had but don't? To play the piano would be quite nice. Play the violin and the saxophone, but the piano would be gorgeous. But what else? What's one skill? I'm pretty intolerant. I'm tolerant of people and their choices and their beliefs, but I'm intolerant of like waiting on someone. So I'm probably just impatient. There you go. Less of a skill, more of a virtue. Okay, a couple more guys, because you are probably getting so bored with me at the moment, are you? Couple more. We've still got people in here though, which is nice. Thank you. Barbatos Mamak. Robin, how do you deal with your hair on no washing day? I still have a shower every day because no one likes a stinker, and I exercise most days / every day. If it's not like pelting myself on the floor here on a mat, then it's having a run. I've not run in a while actually, or cycling. New to cycling. So how do I wash my hair? Just with water. I still get water through my hair. I run my hands through. And it tends to be like brain freeze. Tends to be a water-based product day. If I've used an oil-based product, especially like the Kevin Murphy Rough Rider, I need to be using a shampoo just to really get it out. So just a little bit of water and work through. And then I like tend probably not to use a styling product that day. Oh, the camera's gone. Here we go. Hang on. Sorry, guys. The camera's given up the ghost. I think we're out of a battery. So I think that's the camera, which is there, telling me that we need to finish. So Gonna stop that. Thank you so much for joining me. You can now see how unprofessional this is without a good camera and a bit of a good lens. I look pretty rough. But that is the power of YouTube and production right there. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for all your questions. Come and say hi on Instagram. Man for himself. There's also Man for Hair. Come across. Also on the best way of taking questions. I still have the forum on Man for Himself. Put questions in there. You guys are so helpful. I'm looking at your own questions for each other. You guys are so helpful. So help each other out. This is very much a community, and I like so many cheese pants. I know I'm being judged. Literally, I live in a jungle. I live in a jungle. You're here, not there. But thank you very much for watching. Oh, I'm really confused now. If you're still new to this, you've not yet press subscribe, then please do press subscribe. The button might be on the screen. If it's not, then please hit it. But yeah, thanks again. Thanks for keeping me company through these hard, slightly rough times. Until my next new video, which will be Monday. Have a gorgeous weekend. Stay safe. Keep safe. Be sensible. And I'll see you in my next new video. Bye-bye.